It started with Harvey Weinstein, but accusations of sexual misconduct quickly moved from the Hollywood casting couch to other industries, spreading from Los Angeles to offices across the US and the world.
I've got experience with, men making demeaning comments, sexual comments about you that you have to laugh off.
Writer Tess Rafferty was one of those in Hollywood who spoke out.
I had a colleague who was in a position of power over me, and he was making sexual comments about me behind my back and inappropriate knowledge of my whereabouts. Why did I go to this place and not say hi to him? Things that made it difficult for me to do my job. I do still have nightmares about it. It made me feel kind of under a microscope and very powerless.
And so she set up a movement, a march across Los Angeles, which hundreds joined. She named it Take Back the Workplace.
What does it mean, do you think, to take back the workplace? What would it mean for you? What would it mean for other women?
I think it's being able to work in an environment where you don't have to just, quote unquote, take it. You don't have to prove how well you can take it in order to keep your job, where you can be expected to be treated with respect and to be able to work in an environment that, supports you getting your job done, as opposed to a place where you have to put up with sexual harassment in order to get your job done.
But it wasn't actually here in Hollywood that this all began. You've got to think back to earlier this year, because that's when some women in the workplace started raising their voices publicly.
In fact, it was in Northern California where the foreshops began. The best-known case, Uber. A little-known blog became the center of the scandal when a former employee made allegations of sexual harassment within the company. Uber immediately opened an investigation, and several weeks later, there was a change of both leadership and direction. Sal Sanchez worked in HR for major companies for 30 years. He says these cases are prompting clarity across the board.
Companies, from what I've read and the ones I've been consulting with lately, are now reviewing all of their policies around sexual harassment, doing more training, both for managers in terms of what happens when you see it, what should you do, or if it's reported to you. And also what's changed too, that kind of always existed in a way, but now employees receiving training in terms of what happens if you experience it or see it, what should you do.
2017 ends with a very long list of those accused of sexual misconduct in many different industries, including politics, sport, and the media. And the fallout could shape the work culture of 2018 and beyond. Frances Reed, TRT World, Los Angeles.